Do you remember fuzzy toilet seat covers, wall-to-wall carpeting? These are just a few design trends that I think maybe should probably never see the light of day again. So let's find out if design gurus Colin and Justin agree. We love doing this with you. We're going to take a look at a few dated design trends, and I want you to tell me, should they stay? Or should they go?
Just so I know, Tracy, will there be the toilet roll doll with the kind of the paper up her bum? Will she be in this little montage? Do you remember? So
well, at
pretty.
the time, it would have been the 80s, so I would have been just a baby.
Just a tiny little thing.
Just a young little child.
I was scared of her. Remember you get to that age where you get to go to the toilet on your own?
Yes.
I always thought she was looking at me.
I know.
She was.
Dirty girl.
I turned her away. I couldn't go with her looking.
Okay, this is the first one since we're in the bathroom. Let's talk about that bulky corner tub. The corner tub, everybody wanted this tub in 1985, and you were not going to buy a house unless it had this, because this was like the height of luxury. What do we think?
Yeah, you see, Tracy, I actually think people didn't necessarily want it, but builders and contractors taught people they needed it. And obviously spatial issues were such that if you've got something on a corner, it uses up less space. But corner tubs, corner sinks, you know, corner showers, for me, they scream days gone by. And there's got to be a way of using the space in a more clever way without necessarily jumping back into that little weird cornery shape.
We were all about the corner.
I know. I look at that little corner and I think there's one word that springs to mind: kinky. It's a kinky corner, isn't it? Because it was kind of designed so that two people could share a tub at the same time. Because the faucet was in the centre. Did you share a little kinky corner with someone in the 80s? Yeah, oh, I can see you did.
Did you
absolutely. Look at that woman. She's got kinky corner.
She has, right over her eyes. Nobody puts Colin and Justin in the corner, Tracy. Nobody puts baby in that pesky corner.
She lit right up when you called it the kinky corner.
Exactly. You were in there one side, you know, your boy, girl, and whoever at the other side. Little glass of champagne,
chocolate, cigarettes.
Okay, fabulous.
That was the way it was supposed to work. I don't think that happened for anyone ever. So now we're at a point now where people don't want the corner tub. What about the fuzzy toilet seat cover?
Well, if you sprinkle when you tinkle, you know, if you've got... I don't like the idea of anything in a bathroom, Tracy, that is absorbent is a touchy-feely breeding ground for human bodily drizzle and ooze. I'm sorry, let's have a white clean surface, let's get in there with a mop and a shovel and a bucket and a cloth and make sure between visits that bathroom is absolutely spotless.
Oh, absolutely. And then, of course, there is the 2023 equivalent.
Which is?
And that is the fluffy stool.
Oh, the fluffy stool in the washroom?
Who invented those in the washroom?
Oh.
And you're like, people put their little damp bottoms on there. No.
Nothing absorbent, thank you.
No, exactly.
Please,
and they're probably sitting there, you know.
Wet, slippery body straight out of the shower onto a fluffy poof.
Oh, no. Somebody else is sitting there rubbing their damp bottom on my soft fur. No, thank you.
It's a hard pass, Tracy. It's a hard pass.
No.
Okay, lots of imagery. What about wall-to-wall carpeting?
Categorically no. So when Colin and I bought our first house in Scotland, prophetically in a building called Canada Court, because it was a grain shipment warehouse, it took stuff backwards and forwards. Incidentally.
And then we shipped ourselves to Canada.
But we bought a flat that had carpet in the bathroom, and I wouldn't go in that bathroom without plastic bags.
There was wall-to-wall carpet in the bathroom.
When we bought it.
This is a double whammy of bad.
Yeah, I would tie a plastic bag around each foot before I would go into that bathroom, because I was terrified of hearing this. As you work your way from one side. Not a good look, Tracy. Nobody cares for that.
No. But then you did slip because you had plastic on your feet. Straight into the corner bath. It was a nightmare.
Not fresh out the tub and into a carpet.
Oh, nobody wants that.
But what if it's just wall-to-wall carpet in your living room?
Oh, I'm down with that. I actually quite like wall-to-wall carpeting.
Okay, so you're okay with it. Yeah. So it's okay in some... You don't want it in your wet, condensation-filled bathroom.
No to the bathroom, yes, or more likely to the living room application.
Yes,
okay,
please.
You're still on the fence with that one,
kind of, to be honest, Tracy.
Okay.
I mean,
You want a rug,
I want a rug, and I want to whip it off, and I want to get underneath there with my Dyson, and then I want to pop the rug back down and start again.
Oh, come on,
I'm too lazy for that.
If you're rolling around, though, you know, and you're suddenly on the hard floor, you don't want that.
right?
You know, wall-to-wall carpeting, you would understand this.
Yes.
Straight back to our kinky friend in row 1.
Exactly.
Have you got pampas grass in your front garden? Because in Britain, if you had pampas grass, it signified that you were a swinger. It did.
What kind of grass?
Pampas grass.
Is that like
that big stuff? Well, that stuff over there in the corner.
Okay.
You had that in your front lawn. It meant that if you came in, you had to leave your keys in a big bowl.
Oh my God.
Luke, oh my God.
Oh, it's a party.
Swing it.
What? So this is the sign. Put this up in your yard and stuff's going to go down.
You're going to get a knock on the door every night. Metaphorically
Stuff's
speaking.
going to go down. Stop it.
Tracy Moore.
Speckled countertops. Do you know what I mean by that? Speckled countertops?
Like what-
how do we feel about that? Ew,
Like
don't
this here,
do
like
that.
see?
Don't drink your water anymore.
Again, speckled countertops for me are designed to hide mess and crumbs. I
Yeah.
want to see the crumbs so that I have a chance to clean them. So
Oh,
I
that's
want
fair.
clinical perfection. I want a countertop that looks like this, or with striations that you might find in marble, which are quite
Yeah.
clearly striations and natural striping.
Yeah.
But dots and things that look more like a,
mean like
a
terrazzo?
construct. Well, terrazzo also to me looks a bit dotty and a bit dirty.
Yeah.
I want something fresh. I want to
go.
feel like I'm in a surgeon's operating room.
Yeah.
And that I can create and prepare wonderful food without worrying that the things that are dots are they actually crumbs from somebody
I
else's
see the
food.
one he's the one,
Fussy.
right?
I'm a
In the
very bold
relationship.
See, and then as soon as
Very about the cleanliness too.
Exactly. But then as soon as he
Yeah.
started to wear reading glasses, that was
Yeah.
another thing. He couldn't
Yeah.
do like dots anywhere because he was just like,
Okay.
he couldn't even eat a bowl of rice without wearing his glasses.
Did you look at the tiny little shapes? I know it sounds
Like,
weird,
honestly, kind
Tracy,
of
but I'm not.
dot-phobic.
No, you're not a weirdo. He just likes
What
things
else you got for us?
super clean. I love you too. Just could you come back more often?
Yes, please, Miss Tracy. It's good to be back. We've
Can
missed
we
you.
give some love